when my late husband and I got married, we decided to take our honeymoon on a cruise ship, a short cruise ship, from the Los Angeles area down the Baja California into Ensenada. And he had been to the Baja California area before. We both had in our previous lives before we got married. He had been with his ex-wife down the Baja California, and I had been with an ex-boyfriend, and I had been stuck in Mexico in the Baja California area for 65 days, something like that. And not a good experience for me, but he had a good experience. So we're off, and we're off to our cruise to the Baja California, and we'll see how this goes. So we go on our cruise, and it was lovely. The cruise was great, and have a good time. And then we get to Ensenada, and on the day of docking, my husband, I think it was like a 10-hour dock time that we would be there, that the cruise ship would be there. And he takes his time, he relaxes in the morning, we get up, slowly get on, and I'm more of a, let's go. The time is here, and they'll be here now, and they'll leave now. But he was more relaxed than I was. So we took it his way, and we leisurely got off the boat, and he wanted to take me to see La Bufadora, which is a blowhole outside of Ensenada. So we get on a bus, and we take the bus down to the blowhole, and it was great. We see the blowhole, we see the shops, get some trinkets, get a little drink from, like a coconut water or something, and get back on the bus, come back to Ensenada. It's getting later in the day. I'm starting to have more panic at this time because I hadn't brought my cell phone with me, but he had his cell phone, so I was trusting that he knew the time. So he wanted to go to the beach for some reason, so we get off the bus and we go to the beach, and on the beach you can see the cruise ship, and then the cruise ship horn blows, and for me, I'm like, that means they're leaving. And I don't know what it means, like 30 minutes, or leaving in 30 minutes or something, but the bullhorn blows. And I'm like, we have to go, we have to run. And so we're trying to run down the sand, down the beach, and neither of us can run. So instead, what we do is we find there's a donkey carriage being pulled, and so how much for the donkey carriage ride? And so we're going on this clippity clop, slowly down. It wasn't fast enough for me. Maybe it was going faster, but in me, it was so excruciatingly slow. And he's like, relax, we're fine. And I'm going, no, I am never getting stuck in Mexico again. If the ship leaves, how are we getting home? I do not want to even think about experiencing this. I don't know. No, at this point, I'm going to leave you, and you can experience this, and I will get on the ship somehow, some way. And so we're clippity-cloppeting, and somehow we make it back close enough to the dock where we can run as fast as we can run, as fast as people who can't run. And we're running, and I'm running, and he's paying the guy and then running behind me, and we're here, and they have lifted up the gangplank, and somehow they see us, and they decide to put the gangplank down and let us back on the ship. Thank you, Lord, because I did not want to experience that. We were 65 miles away from Tijuana. No, not. How are we going to do that? All our stuff is on board of the ship, the cruise ship. I don't know. I didn't even know. We're not doing that. You can do that. I'm not doing that. And they had announced our names over the intercom system. People were like, "Oh, you are the guys that they were announcing." Yes, that was us. It was lovely. But, you know, lovely rest of the ride on our cruise ship back to Los Angeles. And then as we get off in Los Angeles, I did not know, and now I do know, that, you know, you have to go through, I don't know, Border Patrol, TSA, whatever it's called, to get off the cruise ship, and they check your papers. I have my passport on me, so passport, I'm through, no problem. But my husband does not have his passport. All he has is his driver's license, and he doesn't have any other paperwork on him. And he had his birth certificate, because you're supposed to bring your birth certificates, his birth certificate is from Brazil. He was born in Brazil. And so we're stopped with Border Patrol on the cruise ship, and he's not allowed off. I'm through. I'm fine. And so we had to wait for him to call his parents and get the papers that show that he had been, that they had done all the things that they need to do with the birth certificate when you come back into America after being born outside of the country, since he had been born on his parents' LDS mission down in Brazil, in Brazil. So anyways, that added a whole bunch of fun to our honeymoon, and it was quite adventurous. Let's just say that. But we did both get back and get back into our families safe and sound.